the other update videos, for whatever reason, weren't doing very well. So I think it had to do with the length of the upload. But this is a cabin progress so far. We've got one of the extensions on here. Again, this was built 2 stories. Now they're 2 short stories, so it's not a full 7-foot story on those. But it was 2 stories so that additions can go all the way around. You can see the start of that little flag-looking piece of wood sticking outside. Now that's just going to be a porch with no roof overhang. There's no real roof on that. And you can see it's kind of windy out here. So what's going to extend off of that upward is that's a porch where you'd have to crawl out the window to get up there or get to it from below, but it's mainly for storing the solar system components up and out of the way where critters won't get in and chew on wires and scavengers won't get in and be able to have easy access to the electronics, even if they can gain access to the building, which is going to have shutters all the way around. And from a distance, it just kind of looks like another rural building. The solar array is portable, so when nobody's using this building, it can be parked elsewhere or at one of the other build sites. And what you're going to see here is little extensions on that. I was getting water kind of blowing in through that greenhouse type window-ish material on there. There's really no view out of that side, so I went with that semi-opaque type of self-insulated material on there. The panel on the front, it ended up there because of the way this thing was hauled up and then bolted to the building, so that may be coming off, and it's just going to be window space on the front. Now the 2 larger ones are going to remain open. The lower on that has no wood behind it on the left side. On the right side, where it's in this little building thing, that's actually kind of enclosed on both sides, so it's quasi-insulated. The idea is that I could store some things in there which wouldn't be in a totally temperature-controlled environment inside, but it's, you know, if I'm out here and it's really cold weather, I could still kind of hang out in that little section of the porch. I'm just not sure if I'll take that plastic off the one end and put a regular window up there, or what I'm going to do on that. Because there's also not really a door on that end either. It's just kind of an open doorway. The metal cladding is for fire protection mainly, but it's also weathered through a couple little storms now, done quite well. It's screwed in. It's used material that I got at very low cost in a barter situation, and it's done pretty well so far. And of course it's spaced out. We can't really see the spaces on this video. I'll show it on others, but it's all spaced out like an inch from the walls, which have the Tyvek material that was in particular from Lowe's, but it doesn't go all the way around yet. It's really tricky to work at the higher elevations, especially when it gets kind of windy out here. So in the planning stages right now is going to be some wind power stuff, but again, that has reliability issues, so I'm primarily depending on the solar. This is a temporary solar array. In the not so distant future, it's going to get a semi-permanent array spaced away from the cabin, because the cabin is shaded by the trees in the winter time, and in the summertime the shading situation goes a couple of different ways, mainly because we just had triple-digit temperatures for a week. I wasn't able to get much work done, and right now I'm at the stage where I'm going to be paying somebody else to do some of the work. I've got to get home and make money, and this has turned into kind of a group project, because we're looking at building multiple cabins and then probably selling a few on site, and getting other people's projects funded so that we can kind of populate this area. Right now it's beautiful. A week ago this was horrible. It was scorching hot. There was bad firestorms, forest fires with what they call 100-foot licks, which meant that the flames might normally be like 20-30 feet high, but there were strings of flame that were, taller than a lot of these trees. and fortunately didn't hit this area, but I was kind of in a panic mode to get a lot of that steel cladding on, so it looks a little hillbilly because I was in a hurry. But it's also supposed to look a little hillbilly. That's the styling that I'm after, is for this particular cabin to look a little hillbilly, and of course it's going to be pretty deluxe inside. Using a lot of salvage material, cull lumber, that sort of stuff, but it's definitely gone over budget. As you can see, there's a solar shower in the distance. We're not, there's no well, there's no water out here yet, so water gets hauled out. There's no toilet yet, so that's a situation where I tend to go use somebody else's bathroom, but I've used a solar shower out here. And but I'm probably going to relocate that to the deck. It's just that I'm storing lumber underneath, and I didn't want to be like taking a shower and getting soapy water on the lumber. And but this is the best view of it right now. It's a view I want to remember when I leave, and then we'll see progress. And so this is my rendition of an off-grid solar cabin. If you have questions, you can put them in the comment page. If you have stupid comments, I'll just delete them. And so good luck out there with your off-grid projects. I haven't shown any videos of this for a while because I wasn't making a whole lot of progress up to this point, but now it's starting to look a little bit more like visible progress, so I thought I'd show it.